Welcome back to the luminous forest. You have traveled far. You have soared on the high winds of the canopy, and you have drifted on the glowing currents of the crystal river. But tonight, the journey changes direction. Tonight, we go down, down to the roots, down to the deep, soft earth where everything begins. Feel the gentle, rocking motion of your silver wood raft as it begins to slow. The current here is lazy, almost still, with a soft, muffled thud. Bump! The raft kisses the shore. It is not a sandy beach, nor a rocky bank. It is a cushion of deep, velvet moss that overhangs the water, welcoming you to land. You step off the raft. Feel the change beneath your boots, the solid, unmoving ground. It accepts your weight, sinking slightly, then holding you firm. You have arrived. Stand still for a moment in the near darkness. The bioluminescence here is fainter, deeper, like embers in a dying fire. Close your eyes and breathe through your nose. Deep inhale and exhale. Pause. The air is thick. It is heavy with moisture, almost like breathing water. It smells of rich, dark soil that hasn't seen the sun in centuries. It smells of crushed pine needles, ancient damp bark, and the overwhelmingly fresh metallic scent of ozone, petrichor. It is the scent of a world waiting to be washed. A storm is coming, a magnificent, drenching storm. But do not worry. In this forest, a storm is not a threat. It is a lullaby, and you have a front row seat. You begin to walk away from the river. A short path, lined with glowing blue ferns that brush against your legs, leads you to a small, rustic structure, the gardener's antechamber. It is little more than a lean-to, built from massive slabs of curved bark, leaning against a stone outcrop. It is a place of transition between the open air and the deep woods. You step under the shelter. The air is slightly drier here. Hanging on a wooden peg, waiting for you, is your gear for the night. It is the mantle of the night gardener. Reach out in your mind and touch it. It is woven not from fabric, but from the gigantic, cured leaves of the wax plant. Run your fingers over the surface. It is incredibly smooth, cool to the touch, and feels slightly waxy, like the skin of a dark berry. It is thick and substantial. You lift it from the peg. It has a comforting weight to it. You swing it over your shoulders and fasten the toggle at the neck. It settles instantly, wrapping you in a protective layer. It feels like putting on a shield. You know that no matter how hard the sky pours tonight, inside this mantle you will remain perfectly dry. You pull up the deep hood. It casts a shadow over your face, narrowing your world to just what is right in front of you. You take a breath, smelling the wax of the leaves, and step back out into the open air. And then it begins. Plip. The first heavy drop of rain hits your left shoulder. It doesn't soak in. It beads up and rolls right off the waxy leaf. Then another. Plop. On your hood. And another, hitting a broad fern leaf near your foot with a loud thwack. The sky is beginning to weep. You walk deeper into the woods. The canopy above is so dense that the rain hasn't fully penetrated it yet, but the sound is growing, a million tiny impacts on the leaves above you. Shh. The ground here is different from anywhere else. This is the domain of the deep sponge moss. It is a carpet that is feet thick. With every slow step, your boot sinks down, 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 inches deep into the softness. Squish! When you lift your foot, The moss slowly, with a wet sigh, rises back into place, erasing your footprint. Squelch. It is like walking on living memory foam. It absorbs the shock of your movement, making you walk slowly, deliberately. There is no rushing here. The ground demands patience. Look down as you walk. The darkness of the forest floor is broken by a faint, pulsing network beneath the moss. Glowing violet veins crisscross the ground like a submerged lightning storm. This is the mycelium network, the ancient subterranean brain of the forest. It senses the pressure of your steps. The lights pulse brighter where you walk, guiding your path in the dark. You are connected to it now. The forest knows its gardener is here. A deeper rumble rolls across the sky, longer this time, shaking the leaves around you. The wind picks up, swirling the damp air around your hooded face, carrying the scent of wet stone. The storm is close now. You arrive at a circular clearing, protected by a ring of ancient, towering ferns that drip water onto your shoulders. In the center of the clearing are the moon mushrooms. They are massive, reaching up to your waist. Right now, they are tightly closed bulbous shapes, the color of a bruise, deep indigo and purple. They look like giant, sleeping eyes, sealed tight against the dry air. They are waiting. They have been waiting for weeks for this specific night, for this specific rain, and they are waiting for you. Your task as the night gardener is not to wake them, but to prepare them. You approach the largest one in the center. You kneel down on the soft, wet moss. Your knees sink in, cushioned and dry behind your protective gear. You take a small, soft brush made from animal hair from your pocket. Very gently, with the utmost care, you begin to clean the closed cap of the mushroom. You brush away a fallen brown leaf that was stuck to its side. Brush, brush. You wipe away a small smudge of dirt near its base. You are clearing the way. You're telling it, it is time. You're safe to open. As the rain begins to fall harder, drumming a rhythm on the mushroom's indigo skin, tap, 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 tap. It begins to react to your touch and the water. A soft, internal bioluminescence begins to glow. A pale, milky blue light starts to pulse from within the mushroom, like a slow heartbeat. Watch closely. The magic is about to happen. With a sound like a deep, slow intake of breath, crack, the tight seal on the bottom of the cap breaks. Slowly, so very slowly, the mushroom begins to unfurl, like a complex, beautiful umbrella opening in extreme slow motion. The indigo cap stretches, reveals lighter blue gills underneath, and then the release. From under the opening cap, a cloud of spores bursts forth. They are not dark dust. They are glowing silver glitter. Thousands of tiny, shining specks float into the rainy air, swirling around your face, catching the light like fairy dust before slowly drifting down to the wet earth to plant the seeds of the future. You watch another one open and another. The tension leaves the clearing. The forest is exhaling. Feel your own body doing the same. The tension in your neck. Let it unfurl like the mushroom. The tightness in your chest. Let it release. You are doing your work, and it is beautiful. Your task is complete. The mushrooms are open. The forest is drinking deeply. Now, it is time for you to seek shelter. You walk through the intensifying downpour. The rain is loud now, hammering on your hood, a symphony of water. Ahead of you, nestled between the massive, gnarled roots of a grandfather sequoia tree, a warm, orange light glows. It is the glass sanctuary. It is a unique cabin. Its frame is made of heavy, dark timber, but its entire roof and front wall are constructed from thick, reinforced panels of clear crystal resin. You climb the few wooden steps to the small porch, out of the direct rain. You reach for the heavy iron handle of the thick oak door. You push it open. The wind tries to push back, rushing past you into the warmth. You step inside quickly and heave the door shut behind you. Thud, click. The transformation is instantaneous. The roaring wind is gone. The cold spray is gone. The world goes muted. All that is left is the most comforting sound on earth. The heavy, rhythmic drumming of millions of raindrops hitting the thick glass roof above your head. Thrum. Tap, tap, tap. Pitter-patter. It is a womb of sound. You are completely surrounded by the storm, yet perfectly untouched by it. The air inside is warm and rich. It smells of dried lavender bundles hanging from the rafters, old leather books, and the faint, comforting scent of wood smoke from a small iron stove in the corner. You unhook your wax leaf mantle. It is streaming with water. You hang it on a peg over a stone basin, watching the water drip off it. Drip, drip, drip. You are dry underneath. You are safe inside. In the corner, a small black cast-iron stove has a glass front. Inside, orange flames dance lazily over glowing red coals. On top of the stove sits a copper kettle, letting out a soft, contented plume of steam. You move to a small wooden counter. It is time for the ritual of warmth. You select your favorite mug from a shelf. It is heavy ceramic, glazed in the colors of the forest floor, greens and browns. It fits perfectly in your hands. From a glass jar, you take a pinch of dried herbs, amber root for grounding, and a dried sleepberry for sweetness. You drop them into the mug. You lift the copper kettle. The water inside is just beneath a boil. You pour the hot water over the herbs. Shh. Watch the steam rise in a thick white column, curling and twisting in the warm air of the cabin, carrying the sweet, earthy aroma to your nose. The water turns a deep, rich amber color. You take the hot mug in both hands, feeling the heat seep into your palms, traveling up your wrists, warming your blood. You walk over to a large, plush armchair positioned right in front of the glass wall. You sink into it. You sip the tea. It is warm, like liquid velvet, coating your throat, melting the last bits of cold from your body. You look up through the glass ceiling. A flash of lightning illuminates the canopy above. For a second, you see the massive branches of the sequoia swaying wildly in the wind, the rain streaking sideways in silver sheets. Then darkness returns, leaving only the warm glow of your stove and the endless drumming on the glass. You are the quiet observer at the heart of the tempest. You finish your tea. Your body feels heavy, pleasantly weighed down by warmth and comfort. It is time. In the deepest corner of the cabin, built into a nook between two massive tree roots, is your bed. It is not a normal bed. It is a nest. The mattress is thick, stuffed with dried aromatic mosses that conform to your body. It is piled high with heavy woolen blankets and quilts in shades of deep green and brown. You walk to the bed. You climb in, pulling the heavy layers up to your chin. You sink down. The bed seems to rise up to meet you, holding you, cradling you. You lie on your back, looking up one last time at the rain smashing against the glass roof, inches from your face, but unable to touch you. Close your eyes. Focus on the sound, the drumming rain, the crackling fire. Now, focus on where you are. You are nestled between the roots of the oldest tree in the forest. Visualize those roots. Massive, thick timber roots that go down, deep into the ground beneath your cabin. Feel yourself connecting to those roots. Imagine your own roots growing from your spine, down through the mattress, down through the floorboards, deep into the dark, solid, immovable earth. You are anchored. The wind cannot shake you. The worries of the world above cannot reach you. You are held by the earth itself. The sound of the rain on the glass begins to sound further away, muted, soft. The fire dies down to a soft orange glow. Your breath is slow, deep, flowing like the slow river outside. Down here in the roots, there is only safety. There is only peace. There is only sleep. Good night, night gardener. The forest will watch over you now.